I just read a comment from a Salesforce admin that said, my company thinks I just reset passwords all day. And I felt that in my body because I've heard that sentence in 100 different voices over the last decade. So let me say this clearly. You are not crazy. They genuinely do not understand what your job is. Not because they're stupid, not because they don't care, but because what you see does not register on their radar. Here's the gap. They see clicks and you see systems. They see a field change and you see downstream impact across sales, marketing, customer support, finance, operations. They see a dashboard and you see the automation holding 5 departments together so no one else has to think about it. And here's the part that messes with your head because you make the complex look calm, so they assume that it's simple. Your competence hides the difficulty. Your restraint hides the risk. Your prevention hides the disaster that never happened. I've lived this. I've sat in rooms explaining why a small change takes 2 weeks. Not because I'm slow or stupid, but because the system has dependencies that no one has ever mapped, documented, or wants to own. And I've watched leadership look completely confused when they realize that the system even has dependencies in the first place. That moment matters because that's when you realize something really important. Admins do invisible thinking and invisible planning, and invisible risk mitigation, and invisible decision-making. So when someone says, all you do is, what they're really saying is, I have no idea what you are protecting us from. And here's the reframe that you need to hear. This is not a skill problem. Getting more certifications is not going to help you. This is also not a communication failure. This is not you doing something wrong. This is a visibility and an identity problem. You are not just doing admin work. You are doing systems leadership under a support title inside an organization that doesn't know how to even see it. That doesn't make you invisible. It makes you miscategorized. And once you understand that, you stop trying to prove yourself with more effort. You stop over-explaining and you start thinking about how your work needs to be positioned, not just executed. You're not crazy. You're operating at a level that the org was never taught how to recognize. And that clarity is where everything starts to change.